an important one. This is an easy to do arm lock. I see the opportunity for this quite a bit, and nobody uses this arm lock. Very good arm lock though. I'm here in a full-on mount, Tai Toshi. My legs are controlling his hips. It's very easy to do. My hands are posted. I weasel one arm in. So he's going to keep his arm in tight because he doesn't want to be. He doesn't want me to do the straight arm bar. I'm going to take my left leg and slide it up over his bicep. Then I'm going to start straightening this arm bar like so, putting it right on top of my trap on my shoulder. I curl my hands and I look down and I pull in. And that's how you do the arm lock without dismounting. Very important. Let's start with the first combination, arm lock to escape, to mount, to escape. So, Mr. McMahon puts me in an arm lock. And go ahead. And I escape. Walk around. So, that. Switch out. Put him into a mount. Now it's my turn to do the arm lock. I come here. Get sideways. Do the arm lock. Now Mr. McMahon escapes. Comes over. Now it's his turn to mount. Comes over. Does the same arm lock to me. And the cycle goes on. Second drill, Mr. McMahon puts me in a closed guard, and I break out any way I choose, and my objective is just go to side control, right? So I'm here, I break out, go to side control, now Mr. McMahon escapes by putting his elbow and knee together to escape. Puts him back in the closed guard. This time I do the exact same technique on the other side. Mr. McMahon escapes again. Puts me back in the closed guard. I go to the first side again. This will be my second side. This time he bridges. Now it's Mr. McMahon's turn to do the same techniques to me. You keep going like that. Thank you, Mr. McMahon. This will help your escapes, both the mount and the side control, and help your ability to break out of the closed guard and the pass. All right, shutting down the simple sweep. First, Mr. McMahon will demonstrate the simple sweep on me. Mr. McMahon, if you please. That is a simple sweep. We've discussed this already in the tape. This is a very popular technique among judo players. So if you're going to learn how to fight on the ground, if you're going to learn how to do submission grappling, you have to learn to fight the most common form of submission grappling there is, which is judo. There are different ways to shut down the simple sweep. Mr. McMahon is going to put me in a simple sweep position like this. The first and easiest one to do is grabbing his bicep and tucking my head under like so. Now Mr. McMahon try to do the simple sweep. He can't do it if I keep this hand flat on the ground. It's impossible. The second one is a leg binding technique. That happens when his foot gets too close to his butt. Let's turn around so I can see the angle. Mr. McMahon is here, and he brings his foot too close in. I come and scoop along my stomach, and I grab his belt like so. And now his foot is incapacitated. He can't move anymore. He can't kick it down anymore. Then I take my other hand and I push his knees together, and I just pass his guard and get him in side control. From a different angle, let's turn around and do it so you can see what my other hand is doing. Let's turn around. You saw how I bound his leg. So when he's here, I drop this hand here, grab his belt, and on this left hand pushes his knees together. Now I drop my weight on there using my chest, and then just walk around. So we come to side control. You can also do the leg binding techniques from a hook flip or a elevator sweep. Let's do the simplest kind. Let's do the elevator sweep with this leg on the outside. You're gonna
try to flip it this one.
Yeah, it's not a shame. Elevator sweeps like this. Just go over. See, instead of coming over, I come under, like so. And I'm going to grab here, and I'm going to do this. If you do that same sweep, take Mr. McMahon over. Has a foot on the inside, they're doing what they call an elevator sweep. You could also bind the leg on the inside. So Mr. McMahon's going to do an elevator sweep, Jimmy. That's right there. And all I'm going to do here, keeping my elbow close to my body, I'm going to come through and grab his foot, like so. Then I take this other one and curl it in, and I grab his foot, and I drop my weight on his body, and I pass into side control, this one. Yes. Here, Mr. McMahon's trying to do an elevator sweep. I swim around here, and I grab his foot. Now I've neutralized that foot. I drop his other hand in, and I put it flat on the ground like so. Now that it's pinned to his body, he can't straighten it anymore. From this position, I drop my weight on his leg, and I try to pass. Coming inside. I can also stop putting that down there.
Which way?
I can also use the other hand. So I'm here, and I use this hand to bind it, like this. And then I just come by, grabbing his collar, put him in side control. Back to the simple sweep. It's very important to note or mention that when he puts me in a simple sweep, either one. When he puts me in a simple sweep, a lot of times people come and they try to scoop this upper leg, hoping that it'll do something like, go ahead and just let this leg go, and let me do it. So I'm here, and they're hoping to catch him like that. That's impossible, even on someone like Mr. McMahon, who I'm a lot bigger than. Because when I curl here, his hamstring is already bent. His hamstring is already strong in this position, so when I curl like that, he just pulls it in. So this is not the leg you want to scoop. The leg you want to scoop is the lower one. So I'm here, like so. I'm going to block the simple sweep, like this with the hand, and then lift. I lift his whole body together and to one side. And then I kick my legs out to control his body. Let's do it on the other side. Do your left simple sweep. He's here. He's doing the simple sweep. I block the simple sweep by putting this hand flat on the ground. And then I take both legs and I shove them to the side together. I take the leg that's straightened already. I reach and grab and I pass. That's a simple split pass, which we've already discussed. earlier on in the tape. I also would like to mention, go ahead and take the simple sweep position again. You can shut the simple sweep down by just putting this hand here. So go ahead and grab my collar. So when he tries to do the simple sweep, he can't do it because his hand acts like a brake. That's another way. And then from here, it's easy for him to come back and start to pass. So remember that you can put your hand right in his knee joint and create a break. Another way to get past the simple sweep is to do a heel hook. This is again an advanced technique. It's very dangerous. I should only do it when Valley Judo training. When you're training for something like the Renegade, training for shoot fighting, training for something that you'll be fighting someone who's not part of your school for money. It's okay to practice the heel hooks, but you have to be careful with them. It's no technique for beginners. Mr. McMahon has the simple sweep on me. Again, it's a very common technique. And all I'm going to do is reach down and hook his heel, like so, put my own fingers. And I'm going to come up and put one foot over his leg to control it. And now I'm just going to make an arc with my hands across my chest and create the heel hook. Again, I'm here. He's trying to sweep me somehow, some way with his hands. I'm going to grab his heel. I'm going to make an arc with my upper body. Again, I'm controlling his lower body with my shin. You can hop over the simple sweep too, and there's two ways to do it, two directions you can hop over the simple sweep. Mr. McMahon, if you will. One, you set the guy up like so. I know he's left-handed. I know he's probably going to do the simple sweep. So I put this foot up in the air, and then I wait for him. As soon as he gives me pressure, go ahead. I lift, and I'm here. So do it again with me. And all I'm going to do is, as he gives me pressure here, I'm going to put this hand on the ground. Go ahead. I'm going to pop over. Go. It's a real simple, short hop over the simple sweep. A lot of times also, give me the simple sweep again. Either way. Yeah, let's do that one. A lot of times too, you'll find yourself in this position like so. It's a common position. What's happened here is I've tried to pass his guard, and he's trying to counter with the simple sweep position. So when that happens, all I'm going to do is grab his wrist, put this one hand on the ground, and I'm going to hop up this one and come into side control. Again, he's trying to take me down with the simple sweep. I control his wrist. I put my knee across his thigh. I drop this hand behind him, and I hop over and come to side control. Okay, the last way to circumvent the simple sweep, and I think this one will work best if your head is facing towards the camera, Mr. McMahon. So please. He puts me in the closed guard initially, and what happens is, as I start to break out of the closed guard by putting my knee in his coccyx bone, like so, he'll oftentimes slide out, and he'll hit me with the simple sweep. Go ahead. Like that. So what you have to do is, when you're breaking under the closed guard, you have to be ready that that's going to be his counter. You have to know that if you're left-sided and he's right-sided, your styles are going to clash, and it's going to come across with a simple sweep. You prepare yourself for it, you drill it a few times, and after a while it'll become automatic. But I'm here, I grab his sleeve, I have my other fist over his abdomen, I start to break out, like so. He counters by doing the simple sweep, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead, I just switch my hips out like so, and then I can pass. Again, let's just do it from the simple sweep.
Okay.
And let's change angles too. So when your head down that way, yes, sir. He's like this. He's hitting me with the simple sweep, and all I'm going to do is switch my hips out as he does it. Go ahead. It's a very good way to shut down the simple sweep. So, Mr. McMahon, if you will, put me in a heel hook. I'm attacking Mr. McMahon with the simple sweep. Hypothetically, if he's doing a heel hook, we wouldn't have jackets on, we'd be doing submission grappling. And a lot of times, what the simple sweep doer is trying to do is he's trying to cut the other fellow on the side of the head and cut behind the elbow, like so, and create a simple sweep like this. And that's how you do a simple sweep without the jacket on. He's going to counter by doing that heel hook, and you can count on it. So when he's here, and he starts to do the heel hook, if he snags you, all you have to do is twist out and come away. Again, I'm doing the simple sweep. He starts to hit me, I'm trying to reach up, control his head. He starts to nail me with this counter. All you do is sweep away, is turn away like so. Again, I'm here. Let's start from the beginning. I'm here. I hook behind his head. I have this other hand behind his elbow, like so. He regains his posture. I'm still in this position. He hooks under my heel. He comes back and starts to nail me with the heel hook. All I'm going to do is twist out like so, and now I'm ready to keep going. Again, I'm in the spider guard position. Spider guard is where I have the edges of my feet in each one of his elbows. He stands up on me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop one of my feet, hook behind his knee, turn sideways like so. I'm going to pull my foot into me and launch him across my body like so. That's the first, most basic move from the spider guard. Now I'm going to do the spider guard into the split sweep. Mr. McMahon stands up. I hook his feet around. I turn like so, and I spread him out like this. Then I take my left foot. I hook behind his heel. I spread him out, and he falls backwards this time. I get ready to cross his guard like so. That's the spider guard from the split sweep. Spider guard triangle, doing the triangle from the spider guard. Simple enough. He's standing like so. I turn. I get ready to do the initial setup, the initial sweep, and you can see that his arm is extended and his neck is exposed. So I just fire my legs up into the air and start to initiate the triangle choke like so. No, that's okay. Finish this song. All right. I'm here for the first one. Now I want to hit the second one. So I'm in the spider guard like so, and all I'm going to do is drop one foot on his hip, reach up with the left one this time, and I have them in an opposite way, triangle choke. Time. They will step back with one of their feet and put their shin forward and try to break away with one of their arms. So when they do that, you want to take your free foot and weave it through and start to do one of your Pujing techniques, which we discussed earlier on. This is something more often than not that will occur by itself. I'm here in the spider guard. I turn sideways. I start to work my initial sweep, and he'll defend by stepping over my head. When he does, I slide his leg through and I grab his belt, push his feet up in the air, and go for the rear mount. We've already discussed what submissions you can do from the rear mount. I'm here. I drop his foot around. I come for the initial sweep. He defends by stepping over. I slide this leg through, grab his belt, kick him in the air, and get in the rear mount. Talk about side control for a little while. There's some very fundamental techniques, fundamental movements that are important to know from side control. And Mr. McMahon's going to lay down on his back. I'm here in side control like so. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push his hand up and under Mr. McMahon's arm and grab my own lapel like so. I don't need to grab my own lapel, but it makes it stronger. Then I take this right hand and I'm going to use it to replace my knee, like so. And that's going to keep his hips from sliding around. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to walk around to the side and I'm going to put my left elbow in his ribs. So I'm walking like so. And at this point, I'm going to lift and I'm going to shove my elbows into his ribs. Like so. Now, if he's not sideways enough, what I can do is I can just start to scoot back and push forward. That creates this arm up here. And remember, he's going to start turning away from me. So if I can't grab his pants leg, just grab his belt like so. But go ahead and straighten your legs out for me. If you can, you want to grab his pants legs like so. Side control. I'm in side control like so. Good, and lift your hand. I want to put my thumb under this collar if possible, right? So I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to wedge it right by his ear and lay my forearm flat across his trapezius. And I pull this arm in. Go ahead and put your elbows in tight. And I pull this arm in tight and grab my thumb up. Like so. Now I'm going to drop my right hand so it replaces my knee. I start walking around. And I'm going to do a deadlifting type motion here. I'm going to roll them up on the side. And I'm going to put my elbow in his wrist. Like so. Now I'm going to cross face him. And now if he's not sideways enough, I'm just going to scoot back and push forward as many times as necessary until I get him good and sideways. Now I'm going to hop over, putting this right leg on top of his body. And then I'm going to fall backwards, straighten his arm, grab his belt or his pants. Okay, going to the back is the same technique, only after I lift him up on his side, I'm going to scoop his head and throw my legs over, like similar to a mount. Let's put your head pointing this way. Other way. The opposite. Thank you very much. Okay. So, I scoop on his head, pull him on top of me. Now I have the rear mount. Now, let's do one with your head pointing this way. Yes. Exact same technique. I'm going to be doing the elbows and the ribs from side control. From here, just like with the arm bar. Over, under.